this unboxing, we are continuing to open the books that were gifted to me by Publisher Spotlight, a service of Myrek Marketing and Media. And it was quite a large box, and actually it was 2 boxes. So there's going to be about 10 videos to cover them all. So let's get started. This is a picture book called Cinderella of the Nile by Beverly Naidoo. And looks like it's illustrated by Marjan Vafaeian, published by Tiny Owl. And it's great. You know, there's so many Cinderella stories all over the world from all different cultures. And I have a post about it, so I will link it in the down box. And actually, the very first Cinderella came from China, actually. It wasn't a European story at all. And then you see how the Chinese Cinderella story, which is pretty similar to the ones that we know here, the classic, Disney one, spread throughout Asia. There's a Korean one, a Vietnamese one, and then made its way, just all over the world. So, I mean, it's interesting. So this is a Egyptian version, and just kind of beautifully illustrated, kind of in almost like a mythology, folklore type of style. So I don't know exactly how this story differs, but they tend to be similar. Always with some version of a shoe. And this one, let's see. Always like the evil stepsisters and stepmother. All right, anyway, looks interesting. In this case, it said her princess of Pharaoh. And in this case, the girl's a slave. And not even Egyptian. So that's a really interesting angle on Cinderella. And it seems like a great authentic story also. The next one is this picture book, Taking Time, by Jo Lorraine Fisher. It is, wow, the end paper is so pretty. I love these kind of like really, artistic maps. I always wish I could do that. I just think they're so pretty. And this is a poem about mindfulness, which is always great and helpful. And the publisher is Lantana Publishing, and I believe they just hit their 7th or 8th year of their company. I just saw something on Twitter today. I feel like it's their 8th year. But anyway, happy anniversary if it's 7th or 8th. They make beautiful books. And so you have like kind of these beautiful collage illustrations. And this poem, oh wow, this is really pretty. It really evokes kind of an Asian cherry blossom aesthetic. I think it is actually cherry blossoms. So you kind of have around the world, sort of iconic moments around the world. But it's really about, well, it looks like the Himalayas, taking time to, I think, just stop and breathe. Oh, that's breathtaking. What a beautiful photo. What a beautiful illustration. Just to self-care and mindfulness. And it ends actually on an end paper. So that's also, I like that. The next one is I Am Brown, written by Ashok Banker, illustrated by Sandhya Prabhat. And what a cheerful cover, isn't it? Like, I just love how that girl is just radiating happiness, like standing on one foot with this expression. And it's just like a really pretty cover. The publisher is Lantana, I'm guessing. Yes, it is. And so this could just be sort of a, sort of a BIPOC You know, a joyful celebration of the skin you're in of being brown. That's great. And by brown, it's a pretty inclusive BIPOC term of, you know, and they sort of give cultural references to around the world, people who are brown and what that means in terms of religion and what they wear. I don't know if they do food as well. But this is really joyful. And you know, it's interesting too. What I really like is, okay, the book's about appreciating being brown, and like the paper itself is not white. Like the actual, it's, you know, I don't know if it's printed or like if the actual paper like is like a sand colored and then, you know, the brown is on top of it, or it's just fully, it was white paper that was just like fully covered in ink. But I actually think it's like they use some kind of sand toned paper and then layered the colors on top, which is a nice touch, you know, a very nice detail. Oh, I've seen this book on Twitter, A Story About Afiya by James Barry, illustrated by Anna Cunha. And I believe this is Lantana also. You know, they just have really pretty books. It's just, you know, very like delicate and I don't know, detailed illustrations that are just I don't know, they're just really eye-catching and beautiful. And so this one is about Afiya, and she's a dancer, and all that beautiful motion. And it's just about, she has fine black skin that shows off her white clothes, and it's just about the joys of everyday life, but also kind of like, you know, black girl power, or just, you know, being comfortable in your own skin and validation, and also to an extent a little bit of like an African adventure. So it's like many things, I think, but Afiya and her white dress definitely go on like a remarkable adventure where she lives, which looks like it's Africa. All right, we'll do one more. And it is this one. Oh no, this one got smushed. I Am Loved by Mary and Kevin Qamaniq-Mason, illustrated by Hwei Lim. And this one is like a paperback book. It is from Inhabit Media. Oh, and it's about a foster home. Peacock is in a foster home, and it's shared with him by his grandmother. So I don't, this could be, is this Inuit? This could be an Inuit story. I think it is. You know what? I have a lot of Inuit stories from these two boxes, so I'm going to do an Inuit picture book list. So I will include it in that one. All right, thank you so much to Publisher Spotlight for these books, and thank you all for watching.